What is up, everybody? Welcome to H.A.B. Podcast, episode 24. Also, the first one of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully everybody's had a good new year, and we're ready to fire this thing back up and have a great fucking year. But as always, we are just a couple of guys
Living life.
being
Hater.
ass.
Ass. That's the next one.
Yep. And then what's the B
Bitches.
stand for? Oh, bitches. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Ass bitches.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
So we've been planning this for a little while.
Yep.
Probably getting it going here in the new year.
Yep.
Obviously, you guys have seen some of our Instagram posts for Christmas and then the new year. So, kind of keep you guys updated on stuff through those. Obviously, coming up on a year of doing this here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because it was definitely January. Because it was like playoffs.
February.
It was like during the playoffs and shit. I think it was like right before, maybe right after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think it was right after.
So we're getting close on that. Getting real close on that.
So you see we got Finn here.
Yep, we got Finn who's just chilling.
Out, yep.
Been playing with Tyler most of the day.
Yep. We're watching the Chiefs in Miami right now, the Dolphins. The Dolphins are kind of letting us down. We're kind of tired of the Chiefs and tired of they're showing fucking Taylor Swift every fucking play. Dude, Dolphins are doo-doo.
They're not playing well.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But, yeah, I think that we want to kind of touch base on the college football season, maybe touch some NFL news. Yeah. So, right off the jump, how did I'll let you start. What's your take on Notre Dame this past season?
Well, obviously, I made pretty strong claims about Hartman at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, he did not deliver the way that he really should have. But, he set out the bowl game because he's going to have such high draft stock, which is not likely.
Yeah, that bothers me a little bit.
Obviously sarcastic. I thought that was a little dumb, though he was still on the sideline, which I know that's been a lot of controversy this year. Because I feel like in years past that wasn't really a thing. I feel like this year was the first year I really heard about guys sitting out the bowl games, but still being on the sideline.
Yeah, that part's always been weird to me.
Like, I don't really remember that ever being a thing before this year, or at least talked about the way it was talked about this year.
Yeah, and especially with a guy like Hartman, it makes sense if you're not playing for a playoff or a national championship, to sit out, whatever. Don't take the risk. It's your choice, right? So if you're first round, borderline, I'll give you even half of the second round, top half of the second round, where you could borderline be a first round pick. If you're sitting out, all right, bro might not even be drafted.
Right.
And you're sitting out the bowl game.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be drafted.
Why? Obviously we're both guys that love football. So why would you waste the one opportunity to, unless it just came to me, Freeman was like, yo, we want to see what we got for next year, so I need you out of here. You think that's a possibility?
I don't. Especially with the way Hartman spoke during his press conference before the bowl game. And they asked about Sam Hartman, and he pretty much said you got to ask him about that. It seemed like he was a little salty. But
oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
But obviously Stephen Jelly, who if you pay attention to Notre Dame football, most people were excited about next year because I knew he was probably going to be the starter next year.
Not now.
But now we got Riley Leonard coming in from Duke, which I could care less. I don't think Riley Leonard's that good. I think he's good. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good college quarterback. He's played really well at Duke, but he's not some groundbreaking. Oh shit, that might put us over the top to try to go for a national title. Which, like, now that next year's got the 12
Team playoff.
team playoff, I think it's likely we could potentially make the playoff. But I think it really just depends because, like, I don't think CJ Carr is going to start as a freshman. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Though supposedly, like, a lot of people are super impressed with him. He's playing really well. In the
Did he enroll early?
Yeah, he's already on campus, practicing and stuff. He was actually like they were posting pictures of him at practice like before the bowl game. So like when like official practices, but
Yeah.
but he was there, with the helmet on, throwing the ball and stuff. But I'm excited about him. Excited about some of the other recruits. We got Chris Burgess, who's going to come in after class of 2025. So that's exciting. But yeah, we got a lot to look forward to. Glad that Freeman didn't leave to go to Alabama.
That was never
because
a
that
thing.
was supposedly a thing. But
like if you read that, like, first off, I'm just gonna say this: Pete Thamel's a fucking piece of shit. Fuck Pete Thamel. All my homies hate Pete Thamel. Number two, if you actually read the tweet, it was like, here's a quick projected list. Well, that was just ESPN throwing out a bunch of names to get people talking.
Right. No, for sure.
Like, I was so fucking annoyed by that list.
That's why I was being sarcastic.
I know, but I'm just like, I was so fucking annoyed. Fuck I said, fuck Pete Thamel. He's a bitch.
But I think we'll jump into some of that after we're done talking about
what, Pete Thamel?
No, just like about Nick Saban, college football.
Bro, they fucking call pass interference on that.
We'll talk about all that, once we're done talking about Notre Dame and Michigan.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think there's a good chance we could potentially make the college football playoff next year as long as we got a lot of defensive players coming back. Like Xavier Rhodes is coming back. Not Xavier Rhodes. Xavier
Watts.
Watts. There you go. He's coming back. And some other good defensive players.
That wasn't rough in the past.
Got Brian Urlacher's son coming in next year.
Oh, yeah.
Which we'll see how that goes.
Isn't Ryan Clark's son going there, too?
I don't know. Is he? I didn't see that.
I thought I saw somebody post that Ryan Clark was dropping his son off at South Bend. That could have been wrong.
I think his son did do a visit here.
I think it was LaRon that posted it.
I don't know. I'll have to look at that.
Could be wrong.
But no, I think we'll be just fine next year. Whether it's in, if Angeli has to come in if Riley Leonard gets hurt. But I think Angeli is going to want to leaving within the next, probably the year after next. If not, between now and whatever.
Yeah. Unless he's promised a quarterback, like actual quarterback battle, but I don't think so. Because usually in order to get a transfer, you have to basically promise them a starting job.
Well, there was a battle for Hartman too. That's what they said, was it was a quarterback battle between Angeli and Hartman. Right. But Angeli had the third highest QBR out of all 82 quarterbacks who played in bowl games, or 92, whatever it was. So he played lights out. He won the ball game 48-3 or some shit.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty good game. Played against Oregon State,
a decimated Oregon State,
who had a bunch of transfers.
Lost their coach.
Their coach went to Michigan State. So I don't know. I think we'll be just fine. I think it'll be a good year in South Bend again for football.
You just need to remember that in big games that there's 11 players on defense.
It's Al Golden.
Yep. But as long as you do that, I think y'all will be okay. I think you guys might do good this year. I haven't looked at your schedule, but
I think
outsider looking in, I think you guys should battle.
I'm trying to remember now too if homeboy, who was the tight ends coach who got promoted offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
I can't remember if he stepped down or not, or if he left.
Yeah, because you guys got LSU's offensive coordinator now.
That's right. Yeah. See, I knew I was forgetting something because dude was offensive coordinator took a head coaching job.
Yeah, something like that.
Which honestly, he needed to go. He wasn't it. And the guy who was LSU's offensive coordinator was like a offensive coordinator for us during Brian Kelly's era as well. And he was pretty good. So
here's a question for you: would you take? Fuck, I don't know. Oh, for our offensive coordinator position, who would you rather have? Tommy Reese, the dude that called plays from Notre Dame last year, or Luke Getsy?
Luke Getsy can eat a bag of dicks. Supposedly, like I said, I saw earlier the chance that Tommy Reese is going to Georgia, but who knows? 'Cause I didn't see any validity on that.
Dumb. I'll check Twitter. Go ahead and keep talking about Notre Dame.
Honestly, we didn't have a whole lot else. Like, it's going to be weird not having Estime because he's going to the draft, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Lost a lot of wide receivers to the transfer portal after they fired the wide receivers coach. Well, it was more they mutually agreed to part ways, kind of a thing. It wasn't necessarily a firing. Which we lost a few, but like honestly, like how was it, Rico Flores or whatever, one freshman. I don't know what the hell I'm struggling so bad to remember names right now. Of course, now that we get on the podcast.
Sources close to All Tide 24/7 have reported that Alabama Tommy Reese has been hired at Georgia to act as co-offensive coordinator.
Well, but yeah, 'cause we lost a lot of wide receivers, but they weren't even that good, and we still have some good ones, and then we have a couple transferring in, like the one from Florida Atlantic. The kid's a stud. I can't what the fuck his name is. But yeah, he announced he's transferring in. And like I said, he's a stud.
Yeah.
And we got a couple of the freshmen coming in who are probably going to be pretty good. And then we still have a couple more. And obviously, running back wise, like even though Estime was the featured back, we still had plenty of running backs who were damn good and played, like Love and a couple other guys. And so we're going to be just fine with that. Plus, I'm sure we have some dope ass freshmen who are coming in.
See, that's the problem with Estime, though, is y'all forgot to fucking
just feed him.
Feed him, dude. Like, y'all really had a fucking monster at running back. And
they kept trying to do running back by committee instead of just letting Estime eat. Because Estime damn near could have had, like, easily 1,500-1,600 yards this year. And I think he had, like, 11 to 200 or 1,200.
Yeah.
But like I said, those other running backs are good. It's just that, like, you had a guy like Estime feed him. But like I said, Julian Love's a stud. That's Julian Love. Oh my God, I'm getting every name fucking mixed up. I look like the worst Notre Dame fan right now. But he's going to be a stud, and then continue to be a stud. And then there's a couple other guys too who are really good running backs for us. So I think we'll be just fine. As long as they don't run like Isaiah Pacheco, I think we'll be okay. Because Pacheco's a stud.
That's coming back.
But he really does run like a kid who thinks they're trained. They have to go before they start. He just picks his legs straight up and like tries to.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm tired of fucking Kansas City. Yeah. So let's go Dolphins.
Yeah, they didn't get a fucking stop. I will say one of the benefits, like we talked about before, we talked about on our walk sometimes because we had the opportunity to walk around Notre Dame, because basically it's 5 minutes on the road, 10 minutes on the road. And one of the fucking coolest opportunities we got this year was we got to meet Pat and the boys.
Uh-huh.
We talked about that on a podcast before, but we'll talk about it again. It's probably, Jesus.
I see Pat and the boys, and then obviously too just running into like Notre Dame players a lot.
Yeah.
Like I ran into Estime a couple of times during the season.
Did you?
Like out and about. And one night I ran into him at Finney's.
Nice.
So they talked to him for a couple minutes.
You know, picture with him though? I would ask for a picture.
Nah.
Crazy. I'm a picture guy though. But I'm just saying, like, that was a fucking highlight of the year, dudes. Fucking, it's crazy to think about. We met fucking Pat McAfee and the boys. And fucking Shane Gillis, got to see him up close.
Yeah.
Got to see fucking Estime up close. That's what I'm saying. Like, we got to see Estime fucking up close, and the dude's a fucking monster. And y'all didn't feed him. Like, your offensive coordinator should have been fired from day one.
For sure. Like,
my dude said,
because like honestly, if we would have ran our offense more like how like Michigan runs theirs,
correct.
We easily should have been.
Oh, Corum, you're our best player. Okay, we're gonna keep giving you the fucking ball.
Like, I don't know if it, obviously, like, as I think, like, from start to finish, like, y'all were. I told you earlier in the season too. I think there was a good chance you guys would win the national championship, but like I think we could have competed in some way, shape, or form in regards to that if we ran our system more like how Michigan runs their offense. Because we had a guy like Estime who you could just feed all the time and then pass, kind of like McCarthy does. Because like, sure, like I will say, Sam Hartman's not JJ McCarthy, but like they both have equal arm talent. I would say it's just JJ is far beyond a better quarterback.
Correct. I think everybody bought in with the Sam Hartman thing, and like I said, I told you from the beginning, Sam Hartman wasn't going to be the guy. I tried giving you stats. No, like I'm not trying to shit on you. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just telling you that everybody here that Tyler knows ball. So like I ran down the stats, and y'all bought in. And it's cool. Like I get it. Like I understand why y'all bought in. This dude was a good looking dude. He put up hella numbers at fucking Wake Forest, but it always came back to like for me, it was like this dude was never talked about on draft boards. And this dude was 6 years in college, and he was never talked about. So to me, I was like, you guys are not a quarterback away. You could complimentary piece for sure, but no, he was a turd. Fucking college turd.
We started out the season really well. Started out the season real well, and then Ohio State. It was like, okay, you didn't play great,
yeah,
but you didn't play bad, and then it was kind of after that, like the Louisville game happened, and then the Duke game, and it kind of just.
Yeah.
Went on from there, but like you would have thought like, oh, our passing game's getting a little weak. Let's definitely rely more heavily on the run, which we kind of did. Kind of stopped passing the ball as much. But then also like they started running by committee even more, and I just didn't really understand it. But whatever.
As Mahomes got to get a bailout call, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like Drew and I talked about in our preseason episode. Like both of us had known about Sam Hartman, and we had seen how like good he played at Wake Forest. Though he did have some down times. It was just it'll make sense for him to come into Notre Dame in a better system, more talent.
That's a fucking bailout call.
Yeah, it is.
Holy shit.
But Justin Fields gets helmet to helmet while he's sliding.
That's fucking holding. My God. The Chiefs always get bailed out. Cool. Anyway, Chiefs are fucking annoying. It's not because they're good, but they're like the fucking Patriots, dude, of the fucking early 2000s. Yeah. Like they get every call.
Well, I mean, Patrick Mahomes' helmet breaks, and he doesn't have to come out of the game.
Right.
Anybody else will have to go out the game, get evaluated.
They would have stopped the game. Yeah. They're clowns. It's okay. The run will be over next week.
But that's pretty much all I have to say. Like I said, I think Notre Dame will be just fine next year. I think if we don't make the playoff, if we can't be top 12, like what the fuck are we doing?
Right.
So we'll see.
You guys should be there though. But so you got a Notre Dame?
Pretty much. I didn't really have a whole lot else. Really a whole lot to say to begin with. To be honest, just like Sam Hartman played like shit. Estime's a stud. Should have gotten the ball more. The Ohio State game was dope as fuck.
You mean dumb as fuck?
No, but it was a dope ass weekend.
It was because we fucking met Pat and the boys. Stop.
Caleb Williams is doo-doo.
Yup.
He threw fucking like 5 interceptions against us. 4
he's fucking
4 or 5.
He's doo-doo.
And then
He doesn't need to go number 1 overall, dude. He's not going to be good.
No. And then that's about it. About Michigan.
So, about Michigan. Let's talk about Michigan. I made a post the other week, or I put on the story a couple days ago about how on September 16th, I posted a video on H.A.B. podcast about me saying that I was drinking the Kool-Aid and we were going to win the national championship. And as I sit before you all today, we are national champions. And yes, I say we.
Why are you speaking so quiet now?
I say we. All right? I don't fucking care. All right? We went 15-0 amid all the fucking adversity. All right? Fuck Pete Thamel, number 1. Fuck the NCAA, number 2. Fuck the Big Ten, number 3. Fuck the haters, number 4. For everyone who fucking preyed on our downfall, fuck you. But also, I thank you. Because y'all fucking kept talking shit. Just fucking wait. Just wait. Yeah, y'all don't play nobody. But just wait till you guys go to Penn State. Dub. Just wait till you play Ohio State. Dub. Just wait till you play Iowa. Dub. Shut out, Dub. Here we go. Saban will end Michigan, Alabama, the best team of all time. Rose Bowl dub. Oh, and then Michael Penix Jr. Just wait until Michael Penix Jr. comes in and fucking. Okay, I'm gonna preface with this. I like Michael Penix Jr. and I like what Washington was doing. So I'm not hating on Washington, right? I'm not hating on Penix Jr. He earned my respect in that game because he was getting beat the fuck up. And my man stood in there and took the hits and was just trying to will his team to win. But again, this is for the haters I'm talking to. Wait till Washington comes in and Michael Penix is going to pass all over him. Dub. National champs, bitch. Oh, and then here's another one. Well, it doesn't matter if Michigan wins at all. They're just going to get vacated by the NCAA. That's another dub because the NCAA president said Michigan won it fair and square. So y'all can call us cheaters. It don't fucking matter. They already said that Harbaugh had no connection to that fucking sign stealing bullshit. I don't fucking care. Okay? I don't care. Harbaugh, champion. J.J. McCarthy, champion. I got to meet Blake Corum this year. He came back, delivered on his fucking promise. We went 15-0. Adversity, 6-0 without our coach. Doesn't fucking matter. This team, and I'm going to say it like this. Team 144 of Michigan, this is the 144th team Michigan's ever had. This team played, it almost reminded me of the 2016 Cubs, of where, yes, they have star talent, but they're they were unselfish because they all had one collective goal, and that was to win a championship. So they fucking sacrificed, and they did what they had to do. So 2016 Cubs has always been up here because my two favorite sports has always been football and baseball. So the 2016 Cubs are way up here, right? I'm putting this Michigan team up here too. And I'm going to hang on to this championship. And we may never win another one. I don't know. Because I don't know what the future holds. Half our teams already declared for the NFL because they're mostly seniors. I guess, this is Saturday right now. They're recording on January 13th. Tomorrow's the 14th. So whenever this podcast gets posted. But JJ is supposed to announce on the 14th. He may be gone. Corum's gone. But we got talent coming back. And if Harbaugh comes back or not, we still have talent. And like I said, with the 12-team playoff, we got some heavy hitters coming to the Big Ten next year. I mean, Washington, not so much anymore without their coach.
Yeah, which we'll dive into that.
But Oregon's going to be good. I'm not worried so much.
Homeboy is building a good system up there.
Dan Lanning, yeah, he's a really good coach. But I'm not worried about fucking USC or fucking UCLA coming to the Big Ten.
No.
We'll fucking run their ass out. Yeah, so then Ohio State, they're getting all this talent, but it don't fucking matter because Ryan Day's a bitch. He's a soft-ass bitch.
What talent is Ohio State getting? Will Howard?
Will Howard, they got that running back from fucking Ole Miss. But again,
Will Howard is the same thing as Calvin.
And see, that's the thing too, right? It's like That's what pisses me off all year long is like we kept hearing, like I said, just wait. Like I said, the haters, just wait till we get Penn State. Penn State's going to beat Michigan, and as soon as Michigan beats Penn State, Penn State wasn't that good. All right, we'll wait till Ohio State beats Michigan, and as soon as Michigan wins, well, Kyle McCord sucks. He's a terrible quarterback. All right, y'all weren't talking that shit. So we get to Alabama. For a whole month, I had to hear everyone talk about how Alabama was going to roll and Nick Saban was going to roll. And like I said, I always said, like, Nick Saban with a month to prepare, I'm not going to lie to you, it fucking worried me a little bit. Because, like, Nick Saban's the GO coach. He's the best college coach of all time, at least in my lifetime anyway. And so, yeah, I was a little worried about that, but I was confident in my team. Never going to say my team's going to lose. But, like, Nick Saban did worry me a little bit. But they're like, Jalen Milroe is going to fucking pass and run all over. He's a better quarterback than JJ. Like, I heard every single fucking thing under the sun. Oh, they beat Georgia, so they're going to win the national championship. All these fucking experts, all these analysts. Michigan wins. This is the worst Alabama team of all time. Fuck right off, bitch. According to recruiting sites, Alabama had the second highest collective talent of all time, based on ratings and stars. So, again, and then, of course, when they had to face Washington because Penix went off against Texas. Like, Penix went the fuck off against Texas, dude.
Bet he did.
And they're like, yeah, Michigan's defense ain't going to know what hit them. They've never seen a passer like that. And they shut his ass down. So, y'all can say what you want. Haters can say what they want. It doesn't matter. We went 15-0. Can't take it away from us because they're not going to take it away from us because it doesn't matter. Okay? 15-0. Champions. Big Ten champions. Rose Bowl champions. National champions. All right? And this feeling, I'm fucking riding high. We sat here earlier and watched the fucking celebration, and Harbaugh gave a speech. I was ready to run through a fucking wall. And, like, I'm saying right now, man, I'm going to tell you, I'll be real. I hope you get to experience it someday, bro. Because this is a fucking high. This is a fucking clean high. And what's up with our video? Did it freeze up on us?
No, it's still going.
All right. But, like, and I'll be real. It still doesn't seem real because, like, I've dreamed of this day for a long time. It's just like the Cubs, like I said, just like the Cubs World Series. You dream of something for so long and it still doesn't feel real that it happened. Like, to this day, the Cubs World Series does not feel like it happened. You would agree?
No, I completely agree with that.
Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Like, and Michigan doesn't get, like, the 5 stars like Ohio State and fucking Alabama and Georgia and all these guys. Like, they don't have 5 stars riding the bench. So they have to rely on, development.
Yeah, if you get a 5-star, it's fucking their immediate starter.
Yeah, and like JJ and Donovan were the 5 stars.
Yeah,
and like, so we have to rely on fucking like development and like players buying into the
actual coaching.
Actual coaching. So it's taking some time. It's finally paid off. Haters, suck a dick. I don't care what you say. We're the best. Until next year, it doesn't matter. So keep praying that the NCAA will take it away because that's all you have now. Like I said, Ryan Day's still a bitch, and Michigan State's still a bitch. They talk shit. They got their coach fired up. Let's not talk about that. I mean, think about how crazy the season has been, dude. Like, let's just talk about that for a little bit because, like, the season has been insane. Like, this is probably one of, like, my favorite football seasons of all time, of my lifetime. Just, like, of how much, like, first off, like, college football felt so wide open. Like, even though Michigan was so dominant, like, Georgia was up there, freaking Alabama was always good. Like, Texas finally fucking took that step.
Like, Texas was
back. Fucking Washington, made that finally took the step. Oregon was up there.
Florida State.
Florida State got robbed.
And then LSU for a little bit.
LSU was riding high, but they freaking lost to Florida State first game, and they knew their season kind of was over. Mm-hmm. Brian Kelly's dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else? Oh, you had like USC. Fucking Colorado fucking had the college football world buzzing for the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, first few weeks. Then they had that first loss.
And, people have like – and that's the thing with Colorado. It's like they for sure overachieved. So they
They
freaking
still won what, 5 games?
4 games. They went 4-8. Yeah, they went 1-8 in their last 9 games, obviously. But I mean, it is what it is. Like USC,
They still
fucking
overachieved. They
shitty.
won 1 game the year.
Right, and so everybody saw.
That's still a win.
Um, let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh, like that's the thing is everybody bought into the everyone bought into them being a good team, and it was kind of hard not to like see them as a good team. But like then like everybody started shitting on them after they started losing. But it's like if you look back and sit on it, it's like they fucking overachieved because they were projected to win 3.5 games. So like over under was like 3.5 or something like that. And so yeah, I mean Colorado, like I said, Colorado took the world by storm. Fucking Bama beating Georgia. Like it was just a wild, crazy football season. Mel Tucker got fired.
And Mel Tucker got fired for
Like I said, at
jacking
worst,
off on a Zoom call or some shit.
So like at worst, sexually assaulting a rape survivor, and at best, infidelity.
Right.
But and people are pissed they got fired. But it's like, bro, either way you made the university look bad because of what the university's already going through. Right. Like Michigan State was going through some shit with like their ex gymnast doctor or whatever. Michigan State just
forever ago, but
Michigan State's just a piece of shit university in regardless. But so they fucking them taking the more like them and Ohio State taking the moral high ground on the fucking sign stealing thing was fucking hilarious to me. But it is what it is. Fucking touch girls and shit inappropriately. That's cool, but fucking you better not steal signs because you're a piece of shit if you do that. But so Mel Tucker got fired. They picked up Oregon State's coach, and he's going to be dog shit. They're fucking in for a rough few years. I know the hype for Indiana's coming high this coming year.
Yeah, the guy from
James Madison.
Which James Madison was another like high point for college football this year.
And that story was a little wild for a while. Yeah, got a little loud.
They were undefeated for the longest and made it to the top 25.
Couldn't play for a bowl because they were in year 2 of transition to the FBS, and then they ended up playing in a bowl game anyway because there wasn't enough 6-win teams.
Yeah,
and then
like USF. By the way, USF is on the rise again. We made a bowl for the first time in a few years.
They almost beat Bama.
Oh, they should have beat Bama.
Yep.
Tyler Buckner played like dog ass because Jalen Miro got benched for that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should have beat Bama. We held Bama to the lowest amount of points this whole season. 10 points. They won 10-3. Or 10-3, 10-7?
17-3.
Something like that.
Yeah. But this college football season was so good.
It was
so much fun.
And I'm excited to see what USF does too. Going forward. Like so we won our bowl game. Ended the season 7-6.
Yeah.
And
you guys won the bowl game?
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we played a 5-7 team.
But Minnesota?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because once again, we had it was a bunch of bowl games that there wasn't enough 6-win teams, so they had to kind of bring in some 5-8 teams and want to play in them or 5-7 whatever. Yeah, we beat the dog shit out of them though. I think we won like 40-something to 20.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know what the score was now, but excited to see what happens there. But it was a crazy, wild college football season, and the way it ended, right? Michigan won the national championship.
Yeah.
And then obviously this week, all on the same day of Nick Saban retiring.
Well, before we get into that, I just want to say one thing real quick. Just to kind of tie it off from Michigan, what I'd say about Michigan is I hope that fucking J.J. McCarthy and Harbaugh comes back, but if they don't, it'll hurt. But I understand. So we move on. But we'll see. I mean, at least I would take Harbaugh back because he's the glue that keeps it going. Like, we got quarterbacks coming in, but I would like to see J.J. come back for one more year, like I told you earlier. And
I think it would help his draft stock.
Exactly, and I think that they would help. I would want them to develop the offense around him and let him throw the ball more and let him use his legs more. So like actually utilize like focus the offense on him, and then like I know we're good at running the ball, but we don't have that power back. Like Donovan Edwards gives a speed back, receiving back. We got a couple of decent running backs coming in the next few years. We got a couple of good running backs on the roster right now, but nothing's going to be nobody's going to be able to replace Blake Corum. So who has transcended to be my favorite player ever just because of what he meant to the fucking team. And like I said, I got to meet him this year and just, I got to tell him to his face, like, thank you for everything they've done for Michigan football and stuff like that. So that was pretty dope. Drove 3 hours for like a 15-second hello, but, it's worth it with the kids and shit like that. So I just want to tie that off with saying I hope Harbaugh comes back, I hope JJ comes back. But if not, thanks for everything. And we'll see. I think Harbaugh comes back, though. JJ, I'm not exactly sold on. Because like I was saying, I know this kind of turned into a little tangent before, my bad. But like I said, like my thought process was like he wants to announce tomorrow, and people are like, well, if he was going to announce he's coming back, why wouldn't he do it at the thing? And I'm like, what if they all decided like if you're going to announce something, wait, because you don't want to take away from like the team accomplishment.
Right.
And like I said, like they were like all in on like team. So I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. By the time this podcast comes out, JJ would have made his decision most likely, and hopefully Harbaugh has too. But if not, we'll see. Go be great. Do your thing. So, all right, go blue. 15-0 national champs. Can't take it away from us. Fuck the haters. All right.
So Houston has to play Baltimore if obviously Kansas City's probably winning this, and then if Buffalo wins,
Yeah,
and the roll story's over.
that'd be a good matchup.
Yeah.
The NFL won. I have a feeling. Sorry, but the NFL. I think I have the feeling the NFL wants a Bills versus Chiefs matchup. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. So Nick Saban retires.
Yep.
Bill Belichick parts ways.
Yep.
With H.A.B. They have matching little coats there.
Yeah. Apparently, the fullback for the 49ers' wife made those coats.
Really?
Kyle Jusnick or something like that. He's a really
Jurenzik or the fucking is. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. They are so corny.
I'm just ready for like the NFL to be over with because I'm so tired of fucking Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And I hate it because I actually kind of like Taylor Swift. I enjoy her music. And like I think a lot of the positivity that like the white women find with her is cool. But it's honestly fucking tiring.
Yeah. Like she overreacts. Like that's the thing that bothers me. She overreacts like the simplest plays. And it's like you're telling me.
She acts like she's never watched a down football.
That's what I'm saying. Like Travis Kelce will get a 2-yard catch. She'll be like, oh my God. And this motherfucker will drop if they call flag on that. I'll be like, and then like this next play, the dude will fucking drop a wide open pass. And I'm like, Travis Kelce, you corny, bro. Like you said, scoring 6 is on and off the field, dog.
Right. But I don't know. Anyway. Bill Belichick parts ways with the Patriots.
Yeah.
And then Pete Carroll was originally said to be fired by Seattle, but he came out real quick and was like, nope, I'm just pulling the Brad Stevens of becoming like team president, essentially.
Well, actually, apparently he said that he went into that meeting trying to fight for his job. So it kind of seemed like they were going to fire his ass, and then like they're like, how about you just stay in the front office then? So he might go somewhere else.
That's really what it seemed like.
He came out and said he fought for his job. That's what he said.
I watched the interview he did, and he was like, he agreed to go in a different direction.
I mean, I'm
sure. It seemed more like the Brad Stevens.
It was like, hey, we'll fire you, or you can step into the front office, but either way, you're not coaching here next year.
Right.
It was one of those things.
Well, whatever.
Still crazy, though. Like, things that we never thought we'd see in our, like, obviously not lifetime, because we kind of expected, at some point, Saban and Belichick and even Pete Carroll. Like, Pete Carroll's a great coach. He's not on their level. Oh, good Lord. Can I just
What
fucking?
the
I'm
fuck
sorry,
are
but
they?
can
Dude,
I?
I just want the Chiefs like team to be wiped off the face of the earth. Like, can they test another
Well,
Oppenheimer?
I bet on the fucking over under 10 times they showed Taylor Swift, and there was fucking number 12 right there. So,
Man,
fuck.
stop. Smack him.
Um,
But yeah, and
dude,
then
they keep fucking showing this play.
while that
What are they doing, bro?
they're all dancing and shit.
They corny. Dude, Kansas City's corny as hell.
I can't wait for just them to fucking all die.
Dude, if they get to the fucking Super Bowl, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, bro. Like, if they get to the fucking Super Bowl this year, I'm going to.
I'm
lose
not
my
gonna watch
fucking
Super
mind.
Bowl.
I mean, I will because it's a good party time, but
I'm not gonna do it.
they need to stop. They need to stop.
What
bro.
about sportsmanship, y'all?
Yeah, they bullshitting. Bro, oh, you're 2-time Super Bowl champs. Act like you've been there before.
Yeah.
Act like you've been here before. You fucking beat Miami in the fucking negative 55-degree weather.
Yeah, you beat a team from Florida.
Yes, not even
negative-
Florida,
negative-
South Florida, bro.
Negative 28 degrees.
Yeah. Stop. Oh my god. Tua Tagovailoa fucking doo-doo. I'm definitely going to try to binge watch fucking, what's that show? Hard Knocks now.
Yeah.
Because it's over after this shit.
But
After this debacle. Both games today have been shitty.
yeah.
Boring.
But yeah, obviously, trying to talk about this for the 8th time now.
Yeah.
Fucking Daybor leaving Washington, going to Alabama.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like I told you earlier, it's just kind of interesting that Saban's last game as coach was a loss to Michigan. And then DeBoer's last game that he coached was a loss to Michigan. So both but it's just a little joke. But it's just kind of funny how things work out like that. But no, DeBoer is a really good coach, and I'm just kind of curious what Alabama's going to look like now. I mean, my God, it would not be nice to see some of these teams fall off the face of the earth, though. Like Bama and like Ohio State, they need to fucking stop. It's time for a new era. It is a new era of college football.
Yeah.
And, but I was going to say, like, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of crazy how, like, you knew at some point that Saban was going to step down and, like, Belichick was going to leave, step down and be retired. But then at the end of the day, it's like,
no, it just feels like it's never going to happen.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird to actually see it happen.
It's like you never think your grandparents are going to pass. Right?
Yeah.
There's always been old. They're always going to be old. They're always going to just be there. So one day they're not.
Yeah. And I guess, like, Saban's going to stick around Alabama and, like, try to help DeBoer fucking ease into the role and shit. It's like, bro, those Alabama fans. I'm telling you right now, those Alabama fans are gonna treat DeBoer like fucking Ohio State fans treat Ryan Day. Like, this dude loses one game.
He's the greatest coach. It's like
they're gonna treat this dude's gonna lose one. Like, he's gonna lose his first time to LSU, and they're gonna be like, fucking fire him. Fuck him. Saban would never. And it's like, you just forgot that Saban lost to Brian Kelly's ass last year.
Right.
Like, Saban lost to Ed Orgeron. Like, as good as Ed Orgeron was not a good coach. Like, a good head coach. Like, let's just be real. That team was super talented.
That was Joe Brady.
Like, legit offensive coordinator.
That's the
like, that team was stacked with fucking talent, dude. I don't care what anybody says.
I mean, Ed Orgeron coached college football for a long time and, like, had some success, but for the team to be like that for that 1 year
dominant championship, like, nah.
That was Joe Brady and Joe Burrow.
Correct.
That was that entire fucking team.
So, like, let's just not act like Nick Saban fucking was this unbeatable god. Like, yeah. And then Belichick, man. I think fucking Kraft was like, I did see this thing today, and I kind of believe it, where they said that Robert Kraft was told that Tom Brady doesn't have it anymore, and then he fucking wins the Super Bowl, and he's pissed. I bet that was the end of fucking him and Belichick's relationship, and he was like, but I can't just go out and fire a 6-time head coach, like a 6-time Super Bowl championship head coach. So let's just see how we do. And then they're dog shit, and they're like, he's like, all right, yeah, you got to go, bitch. And they got And then they hired Gerard Mayo, which
Jared
Gerard.
Mayo.
It's Gerard.
It's not Jared, but that's fine.
No, it is Gerard. Because you know how I know? Because who popped on yesterday, or either yesterday or 2 days ago when the fucking news broke? I think it was yesterday. I was watching Pat's show, and somebody was on there. I think it might have been who was one of the NFL insiders or somebody, and he said the name wrong, and fucking Boston Connor went off on him. He's like, it's actually pronounced Gerard, so it's Gerard Mayo. I was like,
Jared Mayo.
I mean, either way,
his entire NFL career, everybody called him Jared Mayo.
Well, it's Gerard Mayo.
It was Jared Mayo. Everybody called him Jared Mayo his entire career.
Comment down below what do you think it is, Gerard or Jared. But yeah. So anyway,
it's like interesting to see.
Well, they said he's like the first black head coach in like New England history, and I told you earlier, and I'm not like it's not. It sounds like a bad joke, but it's not. Like this dude has a short ass leash. Like he's following a fucking legend. My man's gonna have a short fucking chain.
He is, and what he went from linebacker coach
to fucking
head coach.
Yeah,
like I mean, bigger changes have happened. Like what's his fucking dick? John Harbaugh went from a special teams coach to head coach of the fucking Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. Which I actually heard you want to hear an interesting? Oh, so that's who it was. It was Michael Lombardi. They had Lombo on yesterday. That's who it was. Who messed up his name? And apparently, I didn't know that John Harbaugh. Yeah, John Harbaugh. Apparently, Michael Lombardi hired John Harbaugh, and then I guess Michael Lombardi was working for the Raiders, and they needed a quarterbacks coach. And so I guess Al Davis told him, like, I want a quarterbacks coach who's a former player. So I guess John Harbaugh called Michael Lombardi and said, hey, I heard you're looking for a quarterbacks coach, but it needs to be a former player. He goes, my brother Jim just stopped playing, and he's looking to get into coaching. So Michael Lombardi hired him as his first job, coaching. I didn't know that. That's interesting. It's interesting to learn that. So, thank you, Lombo. Thanks, Lombo.
Yeah, because Jim's career started in Oakland when Gruden was there, right? The first time he was offensive coordinator.
Like, who would talk about those sucks?
Well, here's the thing, though. Dude has never had to throw a frozen, slippery ball in his life. And he's got a glove on his right hand when he throws left-handed. Like, bitch, put a glove on.
Silly. But yeah, obviously, we'll probably do another breakdown of football at the end of. We'll probably get
Super
more.
Bowl stuff. Talk about the NFL.
Yeah, we'll get into more NFL stuff. We just kind of wanted to get back on here and touch base, and talk about our college football seasons. Like I said, it's really been a fun. It was really fun college football season. It's obviously because Michigan won the national championship. That's a pick. They're gonna get that ball back, bro. I'd be like, nah, fuck you. But yeah, it was a really good football. It was a lot of fun. Every game, there wasn't that many blowouts. Like that was like that's why I said like this season was so much like there was blowouts, but like you would think like every week there was consistently solid top notch games. You top it off with like, you had a good year because Notre Dame fucking. I mean, be realistic. If you're being realistic, like, year two of a coach who's never fucking coached football as a head coach, you're not expected to be in the national championship contender.
Yeah,
like it's just unrealistic. Should have beat Ohio State though, but it is what it is, and fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, like I said, so it's topped off. Like you guys had a good season. You guys got the bowl win. So you definitely got some momentum going into next year. Ohio State scored 3 points in their bowl game and took the L, so that was always good to see. Mm-hmm. Michigan State did not make a bowl game, so that's always nice to see as well. And then, yeah, Michigan just went on to win the national championship. So like I said, suck it, haters. Fuck off. Um, I did cry. I did yell. I had tears. I got a little drunk. I fucking downed a thing of whiskey, and it was Charles Woodson's whiskey, and it was more than I thought was in there. So I caught a buzz, but it was good. My neighbor was a Florida State fan, brought me a beer, you know. So it was a good time. It was a real good time. I'm definitely gonna try to pick me up some. Try to get me a Michigan Rose Bowl jersey because those are sick, and then I'm gonna get me some championship gear. Surprised you don't have a Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl shirt. Sun Bowl champs, bro. Sun Bowl champs.
I don't give a fuck about all that.
Nah, shit's expensive though, bro. It's gonna cost me probably damn near $200 for everything that I want. I definitely want that business is finished shirt though. I might fuck around and buy that on a credit card. I don't even care. And Jay'd be mad at me, and you know what? I'll take that shit while I'm wearing that shirt. I don't fuck. She's on a cruise right now anyway, so we're doing our normal rambling at the end.
You are.
I know.
I've only gotten to say a few words this podcast, it feels like.
Bullshit.
You've talked a lot more than me.
Well, I have a lot more to talk about, bitch. My team won the national championship.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying do your thing.
All right, well, go ahead.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
Exactly.
Because there's no conversation that's being had right now. You're just rambling, talking to yourself for the past 30 minutes.
30 minutes, my ass. Nah.
No, it was cool seeing Michigan win. I told you before, I was rooting for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. Fuck USC. Fuck Caleb Williams.
Yep.
That's pretty much all I learned from this college football season. Like I said, we'll talk more about the NFL. Probably closer to Super Bowl, maybe after Super Bowl, something like that. So I think the NFL playoffs is going to be a lot of fun going forward. Because I think today, mostly with the weather, like in this game kind of sucked. Earlier, it started out really good, and then Houston just beat the dog shit out of the Browns.
Yep.
I think tomorrow's going to be some good games.
Miami never really had a chance in this game, it looks like. They had the one game, but they just couldn't get out of their own fucking way. I hope that I think
the weather really has Miami fucked.
I think so too. I think that the best game of the weekend it has to be. I'm praying that it is
Detroit and
the Rams. Stafford's returned to fucking Detroit for the first time, and it's gonna be emotional. And I don't know, man. I feel like the jersey ban thing is a good idea, low key, but at the same time,
I understand what his wife is saying behind it, but at the same time, it's
yeah,
this is the first time they've had a home playoff game in 30 years.
Yep.
Hey, let's focus all of our attention on Jared Goff,
on this team, yeah,
Dan Campbell, and Motor City Dan Campbell and this team.
Yep.
Because, love Stafford and be happy for him going forward and continue cheering for him going forward if they do beat Detroit. But at the same time,
he plays for the rival. No.
He plays for the Rams. You left. You wanted to leave. We traded you.
Yep.
You're on that team.
Yep.
And that's one thing. For me is, and obviously, we've talked about this in the past. I've always been a big fan of Matt Stafford. And I liked him coming out of college back in the day.
Out of Georgia. He played for Georgia.
Coming out of Georgia.
Yeah.
I've always really liked him. Even, like I said, even back when I was in middle school, high school when he came out. And so I've always cheered for him. I think it's dope that he finally got that ring. But at the same time, part of me really wishes he was on this Detroit team. Because, Jared Goff I've always liked Jared Goff as well. I liked him coming out of college, and he definitely had some times of but I think he's played really fucking good in Detroit, obviously. But at the same time, man, just think about how cool it would have been to see Stafford playing for Dan Campbell and playing in this offense in the way that they play.
Yeah.
Stafford is that hard-nosed, old school, like, I don't care that my fucking shoulder is broken, like, I'm going to throw a game-winning touchdown.
Yep. And he finally, they have a running game, like they developed a running game, they developed a defense. Like, Stafford deserved that fucking, this Lions team. But yeah, I feel
But
it.
at the same time, like, Jared Goff is still the same type of quarterback that they need. They need a gunsling type of quarterback. Jared Goff still has the prettiest deep ball I've ever seen, though.
Yeah. It's crazy.
He has him and Russell Wilson, man, they're two of the best. It's just so high up in the air and just fucking dives in.
Talk about Russell Wilson. What a shit show.
Yeah, we'll see what the hell goes on there.
What a shit show that was. But yeah, we don't want to get into that because, yeah, we'll get into that with the guest that we wanted to get on tonight, but he couldn't make it, so we'll try to get him on. And he's a Broncos fan, so we'll try to get into that next time.
So we'll definitely talk about the NFL more, after the Super Bowl, but we'll say this. We want Fields.
Y'all should keep Fields.
We want Fields.
And draft weapons for him.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all want to, like, not draft, like, Marvin Harrison Jr., though.
No, he's for sure coming to us.
I think y'all could trade down and get him still.
That's what I was saying earlier.
low-key.
Like, one of the biggest rumors is us trading with the Patriots. You get down to 3.
I think you get down to 4 and still get him, dude.
Well, who's got number 2? Who's got the second pick? Cardinals? Arizona?
No, Washington. You would need to trade down to number 3 because Arizona.
Arizona's picking him
if
for
they
sure.
get him. Yeah.
Arizona's taking him for sure if he's available. They're taking him or homeboy from Washington. They're the 2 best wide receivers in the draft, in my opinion.
I hope that Marvin Harrison Jr. shits the combine and then he drops to 7 or 8, and the Colts could just trade up from 15 and grab his ass.
No, he isn't going to get him. He's not getting out of the top 5, bro.
No, he's too good.
And he's already declared, right?
Yeah.
He declared yesterday or whatever.
Yep.
But no, I think if we trade down to 3 and just get a shit ton of picks from New England, because somehow New England always has a billion picks in every draft.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be dope. I'd be okay with that. Because obviously, New England needs a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And, they can have Caleb Williams all day. So I think Caleb Williams is dog shit. Drake May, I think, is a better prospect. And then obviously if JJ comes out, I think JJ is better than fucking both of them. I don't think he should come out, though. Because I think he should come out next year when he'll be probably the first overall draft pick.
Yeah.
But no. And then honestly, I kind of want the Bears somehow to get Estime. Because Estime should be a first, second round pick. And that'd be dope.
He'll be a 3rd round pick.
Nah. He should be probably first or second.
See, I don't think so.
I think right now he's the number 4 running back on the board, I think.
Right. There's not going to be a running back that goes first round.
It will be. Core might.
No, hell no. He'll be a 3rd round pick too.
Nah.
Yeah. Dude, running backs are not valued, man. I'm telling you, and there's so many good offensive linemen and tight ends and receivers and quarterbacks that are coming out this year that
No, right. And that's the thing is for us is if we get whether we get Joe Alt or the kid from who's it, the one that's listed right behind him, is it Penn State? The kid from Penn State.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. One of them two. And then some kind of good pass rusher the first couple rounds would be set because Montez Sweat proved that he's the guy.
Yeah,
he proved he is the guy, and
he led the Bears and the Commanders in sacks. That's crazy.
Well, the thing is, Chase Young only played a couple of games before he got drafted or traded.
Here she comes. Oh, hold on. You're gonna show her. Hold on.
I'm surprised.
Wow, I'm shocked.
But obviously, Kansas City just won.
Yep.
But, mate, it's hockey season and basketball season.
Yep.
So let's get moving on those things. Caitlin Clark's the dog. And we'll talk about more of that going forward. And
Yep. And Bedard.
Guard will be back in about a month and a half. So go Blackhawks, go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Da Hawks.
Nobody says that. Nobody says that.
Funny. Fuck you.
Nobody says that. Tyler's still a Virgin fan.
I am. Dude, think about this, though. It kind of pisses me off that, like, and we'll get in the NFL, like, later, obviously, but, like, my quarterback got fucking hurt. Missy gets hurt, and then fucking I'm a new Hawks fan, and fucking my dog gets hurt. It's like, bro, can I just enjoy talent? Like, can I just watch talent?
No. Can't.
Whatever. Good thing he's 18. He's going to be able to recover. So
he'll be just fine.
I didn't even know it was fucking that hard of a hit, dude. So
it was a pretty good hit.
Was it?
Did you watch it?
Every video I've seen has been slowed down, though.
No, full speed. He got clocked.
Well, you need to stop bullshit and then stop trying to cut and split people in half and fucking just start scoring more goals. God, Rhea Ripley's so fucking hot.
Yeah. Yeah, and then coming up's the WrestleMania season.
Yeah. And the Arnold. So just keep a lookout. Keep a lookout for where we're going to be posting. We're going to try to be a little more consistent, hopefully. We got some awesome guests that we want to get on, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we obviously can end it here, but just keep a lookout. I want to end it, but like I said, we want to get some cool guests. We got the Arnold coming up, which we're going to try to collab with the Gray Path, hopefully. John Cryer's corny as fuck. Yeah, we just have a lot of stuff coming up that hopefully we can get some good podcasts and shit like that on too. So, college basketball's wide open this year, looks like.
Yeah.
We'll definitely talk about the women's game and stuff like that too. So,
yeah, we'll talk about a lot going forward. But Happy New Year, Happy 2024. Love y'all, man. Obviously, we're gonna come out with a lot more episodes this year. But
maybe some more merch drops.
Yeah, something. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
Love you, whores.
Love you guys. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Hell yeah.